The importance of living authentically. Find yourself using neurographic art. Neurographic art is an innovative form of art therapy that can profoundly connect us to the present moment and offer therapeutic benefits for our mental well-being. Through the process of creating neurographic art, individuals engage in a series of repetitive, flowing lines and shapes, allowing their minds to enter a state of focused attention and relaxation. One of the key ways neurographic art helps us be present is by drawing our attention away from the distractions of the past and worries about the future. As we immerse ourselves in the rhythmic movements of drawing, our minds naturally become absorbed in the present task, leading to a sense of mindfulness and heightened awareness of the here and now. Moreover, neurographic art encourages us to let go of preconceived notions of what our artwork should look like. Instead of focusing on creating a specific image, the emphasis is on the process itself, allowing our intuition and creativity to guide us without judgment or self-criticism. This freedom from expectations fosters a deep sense of acceptance and non-judgmental awareness of our thoughts and emotions as they arise in the moment. Furthermore, the tactile nature of neurographic art can serve as a grounding technique, helping to anchor us in the present moment. As we feel the texture of the paper beneath our fingertips and observe the flow of ink or color, we are reminded of our physical presence in the here and now, fostering a sense of embodiment and connection to the present moment. Additionally, the repetitive nature of neurographic art can induce a state of relaxation and calm, akin to meditation or mindfulness practices. As we repeatedly trace lines and shapes, our minds naturally begin to quieten, and we may experience a sense of inner peace and tranquility. This meditative state not only promotes relaxation but also allows us to access deeper layers of our subconscious mind, potentially leading to insights and emotional healing. In summary, neurographic art offers a powerful means of being present by engaging our senses, quieting our minds, and fostering a non-judgmental awareness of the present moment. Through this creative practice, we can cultivate mindfulness, reduce stress, and tap into our inner wisdom for personal growth and healing. The quiet moments we take for ourselves can lead to big discoveries about who we really are and the special spirit that's all around us. Some people, like the philosopher, believed that spending time in silence wasn't just about being holy, but about getting away from the busy world so we can hear ourselves think and understand what life's all about. The profound gift. Instead, with profound courage and clarity, we align our daily existence with our deeply held values, passions, and purpose. We face life's inevitable challenges with resilience, knowing that we are being true to our core selves. And we experience the richness of genuine self-acceptance, allowing ourselves to be imperfect, ever-evolving works in progress. As we let go of incessant self-judgment and the pursuit of an impossible ideal, we open up to the fullness of our humanity, with all its messy contradictions, flaws, and immense beauty. We discover that embracing our wholeness, including the parts we've deemed unacceptable or tried to disown, is the path to true freedom, peace, and self-love. Each day, we wake up choosing courage over shrinking, growth over stagnation, and authenticity over living a life half-realized. We become the authors of our own heroic journey, crafting a life guided by our unique brilliance, values, and dreams. The gift we bestow upon ourselves is the gift of self-actualization, a precious and powerful reclamation of our birthright to live vibrantly, radiantly, and purposefully as our most essential selves in each moment. It is both a tremendous privilege and an immense responsibility that we owe not just to ourselves, but to the world. A shared human journey. Though this quest of radical self-discovery may appear to be an individual undertaking, at the deepest level, it is something we all experience together as members of the great human family. For in doing the work of integrating our own consciousness, we partake in the collective journey of spiritual evolution and awakening happening across our species. With each soul that commits to living authentically, the human family moves closer to realizing our highest potential, inching towards greater consciousness, connection, and co-creation of a thriving world that honors the dignity of all lives. We begin to recognize the shared poetry of the human experience that underlies all our stories and cultural narratives. Peeling back the layers of our personal masks and social conditioning, we re-encounter the primal, archetypal truths that have reverberated through the ages in every heart: the yearning for love, belonging, purpose, transcendence. This recognition awakens us to the profound truth that we are not separate, isolated selves, but individuated nodes in an exquisitely interconnected web of consciousness. Our personal self-actualization journeys are part of the greater cosmic dance of unfolding and integration happening across all realms. Our most ancient ancestors knew this intrinsically through their connection with the natural world and its cyclical patterns of renewal, death, and rebirth. They experienced themselves not just as physical beings, but as sparks of the sacred life force pulsing through all creation. This remembering of our inherent wholeness and interbeing with all that exists is perhaps the greatest revelation that the journey of self-discovery offers us in these times of isolation, fragmentation, and existential crisis. The way forward. So we commit ourselves to this perpetual journey of coming home to our most authentic selves and realizing our soul's highest callings. Not out of obligation or a grim sense of self-improvement, but because this path leads us to reunion with our most passionate, joyful, liberated selves. It's the secret to truly thriving, feeling deeply alive. Along the way, we grant ourselves permission to play, experiment, stumble, and celebrate each small victory over our fears and self-imposed limits. We remain flexible, customizing our unique paths to self-actualization based on our ever-evolving needs and circumstances rather than rigidly adhering to someone else's prescriptions. Above all, we journey together, learning from and inspiring one another, sharing the balm of deep listening, empathy, and belonging. For we are not alone in this adventure, but part of a rich, multi-generational legacy of souls daring to live fully awake, align with our highest integrity, and keep faith with the miraculous. Above all, we journey together, learning from and inspiring one another, sharing the balm of deep listening, empathy, and belonging. For we are not alone in this adventure, but part of a rich, multi-generational legacy of souls daring to live fully awake, align with our highest integrity, and keep faith with the miraculous. So we lock arms and march onwards with grit and determination, honoring the struggle as much as the triumph. We hold space for each other's journeys, celebrating our diversities while recognizing our ultimate unity. We see the profound beauty and resilience of the human spirit reflected in each other's stories of transformation. When the road gets rocky and we lose our way, we turn to the wisdom of those who have traveled this path before us, the poets, mystics, artists, and visionaries across cultures and traditions who have illuminated this mysterious inner terrain. We let their metaphors, teachings, and symbolic maps refuel our spirits and reignite our commitment to keep walking courageously towards wholeness. For this mighty quest of individuation and self-actualization is perhaps the most radically countercultural act we can undertake in these times that glorify material success, perpetual busyness, and a self-obliterating brand of productivity. To journey inward is to firmly resist the forces of dehumanization and soul loss that pervade our consumerist, tech-saturated age. With each intentional step towards awakening our most authentic, empowered selves, we strike a blow against the insidious calls to conform, numb out, and sleepwalk through this precious existence. We signal our steadfast refusal to abandon our humanity, our truth, our fire in exchange for hollow, culturally manufactured ideals of who we should be. So onwards we trudge, with resilience and a touch of holy rasmortar in our steps, laughing wildly in the face of forces that would deem our self-actualization journey selfish or unnecessary or impractical. For we know that realizing and embodying our most essential selves is perhaps the most subversive, world-changing, courageous undertaking there is. Each of us who dares to look inward and live from that sacred place of integrity becomes a destabilizing force, disrupting the inertia of unconscious living through the massive energetic shift of one fully awake, unapologetic human walking the planet. And perhaps our most profound responsibility on this path is to inspire and give permission to others to live with the same radical authenticity that we have claimed for ourselves. Our radically alive presence and wholehearted embodiment becomes the living invitation for those around us to shed their own shackles and masks and reclaim their full beinghood. Our most profound offering to the world becomes our most integrated, real, and alive selves, shining like beacons through the darkness and calling others to rise up, awaken, and embrace every last beautiful, messy, glorious facet of who they are. Our bravery in undertaking the transformational journey of self-exploration awakens others to their own capacities for courage, resilience, and relentless growth. We use our hard-won wisdom and authentic self-expression not to wield power over others, but to ignite their own fierce callings to live and love more completely. In this sacred work of integration and soul evolution, we become warriors of truth and defenders of the human spirit. We stand as living affirmations of what is possible when individuals claim their full, empowered, radically authentic presence. So let us continue striding forth on this eternal, inward path of revelation, liberation, and reunion with our most luminous selves. May we undertake each step with awe, curiosity, and abiding respect for the unfathomable magic and responsibility of this human incarnation. And may the journey itself be the inspiration and reminder to live, love, create, and shine with uncompromising integrity and passion. The quiet moments we take for ourselves can truly lead to profound and life-changing discoveries about who we really are and how we can most honorably and joyfully show up as our fullest, most essential selves. This is the great privilege and calling of the human experience, to know ourselves at the deepest level through committed self-exploration and then courageously live that truth out in the world. The journey is not always easy. There will be times when we must shed layers of conditioning, question long-held beliefs, and stare directly at the aspects of ourselves that we have been avoiding or rejecting. It requires ruthless honesty, humility, and a willingness to embrace our whole messy selves, flaws and all. Yet this brave inner work, though immensely challenging at times, is what allows us to taste the indescribable nectar of authentic life. To live in alignment with our core values and innermost callings is to experience profound freedom, purpose, joy, and vitality. We gain access to reserves of creativity, resilience, and love that can only flow from integration. And ultimately, this odyssey into self-discovery reveals to us that we are not isolated selves at all, but intricately woven strands in the great web of consciousness unfolding across this universe. Our most essential self is not a small, separate I but an individuated expression of the vast, unbroken field of aliveness. To encounter our authentic self, then, is to awaken to the staggering realization that we are portals for the entire cosmos to experience itself in unique, precious ways. With this comes both mind-bending wonder and immense responsibility to treat this incarnation as sacred. So we commit wholeheartedly to this eternal voyage inward, following the luminous trail of truth and self-realization wherever it leads. We open ourselves to continual revelation, embodying each stage of the cycle of transformation, from caterpillar to chrysalis to the eventual unfolding of our most brilliant, high-flying selves. For this journey of radical self-discovery does not culminate in some final destination or achievement, but in a perpetual unveiling of who we are, endlessly creating, expressing, destroying, and recreating ourselves in the cosmic dance of life forever unfolding. With each courageous step, we shed another layer and allow ourselves to shine more brightly. We disrupt the slumber of unconsciousness, becoming beacons of awakened consciousness through our wholehearted presence. And we give others permission to take flight on their own heroic adventures of becoming as well. The path awaits us all. The real adventure consists not in escaping life or transcending the human journey, but in totally surrendering to this wondrous, terrifying, awe-inspiring experience of being alive in all its breathtaking totality. So onwards we go, pioneering the breathtaking frontiers of heart, spirit, and consciousness within us. For in realizing our most radiant, authentic selves, we partake in the greatest revolution the world has ever known, the revolution of the fully awakened human rising up to create a new earth.